Hi, does this also work for forex? So here we have the GJ chart on the daily. I went ahead and marked up some zones just so we could take a look to see if my zone drawing does line out with these. So full transparency, I have not traded forex in years. I started with forex, so I do have an understanding of it. I think the course would be great as far as like the psychology and what goes into trading. I could make a section on forex if you guys would be interested, but let's see how these zones look. So like I said, we're on the daily chart, so let's go down now to the 4-hour. So I think with forex, higher time frames are respected more as opposed to trading like New York session on NQ. So here's our 4-hour. Do our zones still make sense across the board? Yes. So now let's go down to a 1-hour. And then something else that we need to ask ourselves, what session are we trading? Are we trading Asian session? Are we trading London session? Are you wanting to trade New York session? Something that's going to be helpful, turn on trading sessions. See where price has moved the most. So if we zoom in here and we look at these sessions, where has price been moving the most? Typically, it looks like Asian and London session. New York has not that much crazy movement. The big moves, I feel like, are the London and Asian. So let's take this trade, for example, right here. Like I can already see, and we're on the 1-hour, that we have a beautiful setup. So let's drop down to a 30-minute chart. Okay, let's see if our zones still are making sense. We have this beautiful consolidation area, break below, right at London session open. So we see a nice, still see a nice entry. Okay, let's go down to our 5-minute. Let's get back to where we were. Okay, let's look at our 5-minute. Beautiful entry. You could have had several entry points at this place or at this level. So now let's see, where would we place our TPs? So if we're looking left, where are we placing TPs? So this would have been TP1 had we had our entry. We missed our entry, got in maybe at this level, put it down to the bottom sides, but say we got in up here. This would be TP1, TP2. Where's take profit 3? Let's take a look. So this could have been our TP3 if we did not want to go into opening of New York session. If we didn't mind going into the opening of New York, we could have had, hold on, this as the 3rd or 4th TP, or we could have taken it all the way to the lows. And that would have been our full TP, depending on how you guys wanted to structure it. So the cool thing about zones, like I've always said, is now we look at that. Let's go back up to a higher time frame though and see how that looks. Let's jump back up to a 30-minute. So here are all our zones on a 30-minute. So we had our TP1, TP2, depending on where you wanted to play it. If you didn't want to enter on New York, TP3, either one of these, and then full take profit. And then again, we would wait, but look at New York session. Like this would have been a beautiful trade. Opened up, pushed to the bottom side. We would have been looking for TPs there. So let's look for our take profits here. We would have been looking for lows. So we enter at the top ticket down, boom, full take profit. So, and below that, this is current price action. So below that, our next TP wouldn't be until potentially all the way down here. So we would be looking for price to come all the way down here. In order for me to take that trade though, I would have to see price push below this low and then give me an entry to push lower. And then here is another TP potentially. This was on our 4-hour, so, or a daily actually. So this is a major area of interest as well. Or we could completely skip that bias, come down to this entry point, push back up, and then look for entries to go back to the upside. So absolutely, I think it could work on forex. I hope that helps you figure a little bit out, but yeah, maybe let me know how many of you would be interested in looking at a forex course if I put this all together and we could figure out entries for forex. Drop it in the comments and let me know, but the course is live. You guys can go check it out and we can do live trading for the New York session.